Okay, let's see if I can get him back. Okay, I think I'm back. Look, in the old days, that would be like the panic moment up from hell. I think you can hear me now. Thank you. Good, good, good. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Mark Husson, and this is Mark Husson's Astrology Hour. Thank you, God, for editing, post-production editing. So, yeah, it's a trip to get ready for these things. And right before I get on, I like the camera over here on the left. I have it on a little screw in under the desk tripod, and it just blew up. And because you guys make it so safe for me to be here, I appreciate you. I'm not panicked. I don't care. I got to do what I do, right? And so let me come back and say hi to you and give you the love. Kat's in the house. Psychic Cat, how you doing, girl? Thank you so much for being here. Kat has the show after mine. Laura's here. Arlene and Renee and Quelly and Shelly. Oh my gosh, Sahar's in the house from House of Pool. Terry Campbell's here. Oh, and these guys are doing such fabulous work on their shorts. It's so good to be here. Thank you all for your patience during my blackout of sound. Erica's here. Erica launched the show before mine, and it's like I almost am always late, Erica, because I listen to every word, and then I'm like, oh my God, there's a delay. I gotta hurry up. So that's kind of a little bit what happened today. Can I blame you? No, I can't do that. I'll blame Mercury. Hi, Becky. Thanks for being here. Shelly, let's see. Becky, Ann, thank you. Hi, Lenny. Thanks for being here. Melissa's here. Cosmic MC. Hi, you guys. Okay, so thank you so much for your patience and your love and your support. So what happens, just on the technical side of things, sometimes if I don't turn off and back on my mixer, it won't connect to the sound. And so I have to remember to do things, little things like that. But you know, the more you do this, the easier it is to deal with. I'm trying to get my staff to understand this. The more you deal with these kind of meltdowns or little technological things, the more it's like, okay, it happens. Like, we're streaming. At any point, my internet could go out and we deal, right? Because you guys are lovely people and you understand. So thank you for that. Now, it's a Virgo moon. So it could be that I use that as a chance to panic and beat myself up. You know, I'm not doing any of that. I just want you all to know how much I love you and love the support. It's really great. We do have some things I do want to talk about that have to do with the chart. And I'm going to bring the chart up real quick just so we can take a peek together. And I'm going to, there we go. Make it a little bigger, and then I'll zoom in on some of these things. Now, this is for later this afternoon. This is happening at noon, but I wanted you to take a peek, a little bit of this. This is Mars and the moon, and they're together. And so wherever the moon is going to touch one of these planets, whenever it does that, we're going to have that activated. And that's pretty close, right? That's at noon Pacific time. The other thing I want you to see is we have Mercury here is red and it's moving backwards. So it's going this way. It's aiming toward what? The sun. And this is, they actually collide. We're going to say collide at on the 31st. And today's the 28th. So they come together on the 20th, and that's a huge day. That's a day when we turn around the Mercury retrograde. The energy literally shifts, and I think you're going to feel that, and I think you're going to love it. One other thing. Wednesday, this little guy, Venus, is moving into Cancer. It will soon be hooking up with Jupiter, which is going to be extraordinary. But for right now, this is the very end of Venus being in Gemini, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today. So that's what we're going to do. Also, put your questions in the room. Oh, Tina's in the house. Tina, how you doing, girl? Happy birthday. I know it's coming up. I know you won't tell me, but happy birthday. And Tina, the reason I want you to tell me, if you want to email me, you can, markhusson@me.com. Just send me your birth date, time, and place, and I'll get you a little report for your birthday. Tina's a new friend of mine, and just really nice to meet her, and really sweet of her to come over. Hi, Tina. So you guys, always, I have 12reports.com, and, you know, sometimes if it's your birthday and you know the show, write me and I'll get you a little birthday report as a birthday gift. 1-2 reports, okay? Or you just send to my email address. Most of you know it. You're welcome, T. Okay, you guys. So listen, I want to talk to you a little bit about Venus. I want to talk to you a little bit about the time period. So many things a little bit about, right? Which makes it a lot of things over time, a lot of things to talk about. And let me get the screen up. I want to see one thing real quick. If we do this, can I see my, I want to see what the camera's, oh, good. I got the little bird bath up. Okay. The camera, I put this camera blew off the stand right before we called. And I wanted to make sure so I can get some of the, I don't know which one it is to tell you the truth. Hold on. There it is. Oh, I love it. So now I can clear up the background. I cleared up the background a little bit, as you can see. So that's just like out my window. I have a little bird bath and that little, I have this little thing for wind machines. And so I have a ton of them. You'll even see in the background, there's one right there. I don't know what it is. John hates wind. A lot of people I know hate wind, and when it's windy, I'm like, oh God! I think I was like one of the witches in the Wizard of Oz or something. The green one, maybe I was. What was her name? It was such an odd name, Elsmaba, whatever. Y'all know who it is. I'm sure you're more into it. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, look at my lighting. Oh, I'm like, okay, I'm getting there. And this painting was Michelle Green. If you don't know Michelle Green, that's her painting. She's insanely amazing. I've known her for over 20 years. I knew her when she was, I guess, just in her 20s. And it's Michelle Green Art. Please check it out on Facebook. It's insane. It's really insane. I watched her go from like, I didn't know what she was going to do with her life to this. And she's like got these videos. I could go on. I'm proud of my people that I love and watch grow up. I really am. I'm a Cancer. So that's why I want to talk to you about this Venus thing. Venus looks like a handheld mirror. You ever think about that? Look at this thing. Doesn't it look like a little handheld mirror? And it's so appropriate because Venus definitely screams to us about our sense of self, what we love in the world, what we love to find in the world. Think about this, you guys. Your Venus, how important it is. Because your Venus is probably in relationship to other planets. Now, I talked to you a little bit about the Sun and Mercury coming together. When I magnify this, the chart goes a little crazy when I move my mouse. But when I talk to you about this Sun-Mercury thing, when they come together. So the planets are always moving, but there are two planets that never leave the space of the sun. Okay, so here, let me explain that. If the sun is in Leo, Mercury can only be the sign behind it, in it, or ahead of it. So Mercury can only be, if you're a Leo, you have to have Mercury in Cancer, or Mercury in Leo, or Mercury in Virgo. You can't have it anywhere else. Venus is the same, except it can be 2 signs away, but it has to be relatively close. And if you look at the chart that I just showed, Venus is very close to the sun, and Mercury's very obviously very close, but Venus ain't too far away, always at least 2 signs away. So Libra here with Venus in, what do you have, Marina? I like to see that. Hi, Kelly. Thank you. You delete. Okay, okay, Maria, you can put it back up. So anyway, if you have your Venus, meaning it's going to be interacting with some of your planets, right? And how it interacts with some of your planets is going to tell us where you might have gotten enhanced or wounded about the things you love. Because the things you love come from Venus. The moon is the things you need. Very different. Moon talks a lot about sexual obsession and the requirements. Venus is like, oh my God, when I'm doing my Venus, my Venus. And you look at the world through the lens of Venus and you see the same thing. When if your Venus is in Aries, you might look at worldwide wrestling with, I feel so at home watching these thugs beat each other up. You might, I wish you could see a little row of geese. They're not geese, they're turkeys with her babies following her. But I had the camera at that window and I moved it to the bird bath because I was thinking we would peek on the birds taking a shower. Isn't that horrible? So anyway, your Venus gives you that sense. Not only is it what you like, it gives you the Venusian sense of like, oh my gosh. You know how a Taurus, we always accuse Tauruses of like, their bodies, like nothing's more like, okay, get over it for me. Seeing a Taurus just indulge. Because Taurus is like, they indulge. I'm so jealous. I really am just jealous. But I also, the way I react to it is like, okay, get over yourself. Hurry up with that bath, whatever. I mean, I had a Taurus visit a pound of Epsom salts, half a pound of honey went in the bathtub. I'm not kidding, because that was the formula. What? Okay, whatever. So Tauruses, I get to make fun of you because I have so many of you in my life. It's like an avalanche because it's my 7th house. Okay, whatever is ruler of your 7th house, you probably have them people in your life. Tauruses, I got you. You ain't going nowhere. So what am I going to do? So that's a Venus ruled sign. You can pay attention to it. Libra's a Venus ruled sign. You can pay attention to it. So those guys, particularly with their Venuses, it matters. But for us, our Venus, what sign it's in matters, what house it's in matters. Those two things are huge, huge. Now, let me give you an example about my chart. I have Venus in Gemini, blah, 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 which makes it very difficult for me to talk. Just teasing. And it's in the 8th house of money from other people. What industry am I in? A hotline industry? Phone? Money? Making money on the phone. Is that crazy? That cracks me up. And gambling. I love to gamble. I mean, okay, so now I have to do the childish disclaimer, not because I'm being asked to, but because a lot of you complain that I aggrandize it. It's a thing in me. It makes me feel better. It shouldn't make you feel better if it doesn't. But anyway, don't gamble, don't drink, don't do anything that would make you, that is dangerous. Okay. Don't do those things. I do it responsibly. I do. I'm very responsible. One time I was irresponsible, but mostly I'm pretty responsible. But anyway, the point is that's my Venus. And guess what? I meet people through that genre and they're nice and I enjoy them. Where's your Venus? Who do you like? Do you think I like the sign of Gemini because my Venus is in Gemini? It's probably true. Like I get that sign. I'm not in love with that sign. But I get that sign. I get it. One of my best friends, a Gemini, I've known him for years, and he's an idiot most of the time, but I get him. Like, what am I going to do? One day he's hot, one day he's cold, one day he's sweet, one day he's an idiot. And I'm like, I get it. It's like, that's my Venus. Where's your Venus? Now, I know people with Venus in Aries, and they love tough people. They love tough people. They just feel home with tough people. They like being tough, but they love tough people. They do. They just like independent people. They don't like people glomming on them. In fact, the Gemini that I'm talking about has Venus in Aries. He loves people independent. He likes when I get feisty, and I'm feisty a lot. Like, I just get feisty. Like, I don't have time for this. And I don't. And I need people around me that I can say, I don't have time for this. But I also need people around me where we can communicate and talk because I want to hear things. I love listening to both sides of the story. I used to not do that. And now I love it. I want to know. And even, I mean, John and I were talking the other day and he said, why do you want to know that? And I go, I don't know. But like, I remember we were talking about something. It was like, I want to know, like, wonder what they felt like being, he's like, why would you get, where's his Venus? Virgo. His Venus is in Virgo. How does that matter in the whole scheme of life? See, it's so fun. If you get somebody's Venus, if you even get their chart, period, a little bit about their Mercury and their understanding. But Venus in the sky right now, what's the difference between Venus in the sky and Venus in your natal chart? Well, one is your actual preferences, right? The other is maybe a window that opens up for us, all of us, that sort of lights up a little bit another form of appreciation. So Venus in Gemini for y'all, we're all sharing Venus in Gemini, which is why I'm sure it was hard not to love me this month. I just, in my mind, saw John throwing something at me. Okay, like it opens up a sympathy for that connection, that Venus connection, okay? Like the whole, like maybe we wanted to understand a little more than we usually do. Maybe some of you are starting to look into technology a little more than you thought you should, or that you thought you ever would. Because I've had some technology talks. I beat my staff up so much, like, y'all need to get over this stuff. It's happening without you, but you need to get over it and start pulling through. Come on inside. So Venus is about to change. It's going to go into Cancer at 8:57 p.m. Wednesday. If you get the Power Peak, markhusson.com or markspowerpeak.com, C.A. Brooks writes some brilliant information about what Venus is doing, but it changes on Wednesday. Hi, Gina. I need to talk things out too. Pisces here. I love to gamble too. Yay. I love it. I have a site. It's what is on YouTube? It's Real Time, REEL with Mark. If you want to be a part of it, you can. If I don't like gambling, don't be a part of it. But if you want to be a part of it, Gina, come over, join in. I'm silly on it. I talk all the time while I'm gambling. Sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I'm like mad. But I complain a lot and talk about life because there's this, and I have a little slot machine behind me that I'm playing. Whatever. Thank you. I love that. I love that you love it. Hi, Liz. Thanks for being here. Karen's in the house. Venus in the third house in Leo. I spend so much energy, time, and money on hair and clothes. You're so honest, Karen. That Virgo in you is so delightful. Thank you, Lenny. Morning, Mark and all. Hi, Dee. Welcome. Oh, Gina knows Real Time. Thank you. Denise, Venus, Mercury, and Chiron together with my Sag Sun in the second house. What? Venus and Mercury and the Sun, huh? All in Sag? That's lovely. Chiron, though, speaks to the wound there, Denise. It's a beautiful way in to see what that is. The wound of Sag, very powerful. We'll get into all that. I really will. But it's good to know where your Venus is. And in the second house, it sort of like has that Taurean flavor, too, of like the love of things and the love of big things in Sag. So for all of us, we've been open to the communication, right? And that's Venus and Gemini. And think about it, just think about it a little bit, where your attention has been with regards to, I don't know, communication and people like this month, the past month. Like, has it been different? Did you meet new friends? Have you introduced yourself to new things? I don't know. Mercury's retrograde, so it's a great time to have that happen. But think about it and like review it, because Wednesday we go into the Cancer zone of Venus, all of us. And so I want you to think of transits in the sky, what's happening in the sky, as weather. Like if it snows, we all experience snow. Some of us are going to love it. Some of us are going to hate it, right? But we're all going to have an experience. We're all experiencing snow. We're all going to experience Venus going into Cancer. Oh, that's right. Go away. It reads my hands. So the issue of Venus in Cancer is going to be, like, think about it, home and security, children, what makes you safe, where your emotional feelings are very much in the forefront. Remember, the sign in front of you has what you lack, and the lack is in quotes. So Geminis aren't really big on tapping into their feelings easily. Like, they'd rather go dancing or get on the phone sometimes if the feeling's intense. But now Cancer comes along and goes, there's nothing wrong with your feelings. In fact, Cancer has a hard time just being directly honest, because that little crab moving from side to side is feeling you out. before it tells you the truth. John says, I'm the best liar he's ever met. Isn't that a horrible thing to tell somebody? But he is so right. Because I can read the moment, and I don't see it as lying. I see it as like we're gently bringing the truth in a little bit at a time, because y'all are so reactive that the truth, it's like I feel your reaction to the truth, so I got to bring it in gently. And he even thinks that was a lie I made up that was brilliant to cover up my lying. So whatever. It's like to each their own. But, I say more power to cancers and our ability to be gentle. That's what it is, an ability to be gentle. So here's the secret about Venus. If you do your Venus, if you honor your Venus, your personal Venus, you feel Venusian. The gift is what Tauruses get when they sink into their perfect couch, or what Libras get when they're having a dance with the most beautiful person they've ever met. That feeling, we get it when we honor where our Venus is. And we get two chances. We get the one that's in, well, we get more than that, but we get the one that's in our natal chart, the one we're born with, and we get the one that's in the sky. And if they happen to be the same, you just get a double whammy. Now, wherever Cancer is in your chart is what you're going to be paying attention to, because that house is going to get Venusianized. I think that is a word. Or it's not Venusized, it's Venusianized. And it's going to be a place where you start looking at that lens of that part of your life with a different color. If it's your rising sign, it might be how you look. It might be how you present yourself. It might be people are starting to look at you in a more gentle way because it's your rising sign. It's how you're coming at the world. And Venus there, people look at you with a more Venusian, like, oh, nice to meet you kind of thing. Let's look here. I will have to order new reports. My question is, as a Scorpio, now Aquarius rising. Oh, you found your rising, your time, I guess. I have Uranus, Mercury, and Mars in Virgo. Will the retrograde ending give me relief? Mercury, Uranus, and Mars in Virgo, and the retrograde is in Leo. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that for sure, because I have a hard time seeing the retrograde as giving pressure. I mean, to me, the retrograde, if you need relief from the retrograde, then it's sort of implying you're holding on tightly to something that you don't want to let go of. And when you have Uranus, like as an Aquarius rising, the ruler, Uranus, Mercury, and Mars in Virgo, you have a system that you have in place that you're kind of holding on to, and it gets a little righteous and it gets a little stubborn. And so if Mercury's torturing you, it's because you're not willing to let go and maybe get into the flow. Just a thought. I'm not, not accusing. I'm just saying Mercury's never the one. Mercury isn't strong enough to give us pressure. The relief is coming from another, I think, Virgoian aspect in us. But we'll talk about that. So Wednesday, when Wednesday comes around, pay attention. Wednesday night, actually Thursday when you wake up, pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to the news. Pay attention to anything that talks about home, family, children, in a very specific emotional way. I wish we could measure how many times we cry under a Venus in Cancer versus how many times we cried when Venus was in Gemini. Okay, how many commercials brought you to tears? How many times you looked at, saw a sad movie? We just saw a really good movie. Oh, I just saw Sinners, you guys. What? And to me, Sinners was an extraordinary movie. So if that tells you anything about me, I thought it was like mind-blowing. That's how good I thought it was. And it's listed in the genre of horror. So just know that. But yeah, I was like, what's the best movie? What's a movie I haven't seen in a while? And All of Us Strangers is in another one of my all-time ones. But we're going to get into that a little bit. Like, I think when Venus goes into Cancer, we're going to be looking at what does a movie feel like? Because I have been watching movies and feeling so taken advantage of from the from the movie industry, from just having a hard time with what people are considering creative, or why is their message being inserted in here and it doesn't need to be. Like, could somebody just tell me a story that takes me away? Brilliant storytelling to me was Sinners. If you have a chance, I'm endorsing it. It gets 2 thumbs up from Mark. Watch. There we go. Yeah. It's funny how it won't go, the fireworks behind my microphone. It's funny. I'll find out a way to get this out of the picture. It is a big old slab there in the space. Hey, Gypsy liked Sinners too. Quelly liked it. Oh, she said mind-blowing. Yay. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, good. Sahar liked it. Oh, y'all are on board. I love that. Yeah, man, it blew me away. I was like, everything about this movie, the acting, the storytelling, the magic, the characters, it treated me like I was intelligent. I'm still like, you know what? And what I do when I find something I love, I don't want to watch it again for a long, long time. Like Moonstruck was like that for me. Like, I loved Moonstruck. Whenever I'm depressed, it's Moonstruck. And maybe the scene of Hello, Dolly when Barbra Streisand walks in and does a duet with Louis Armstrong. Okay. I'm gay. Musicals. John's like, I will sing musicals. I'm sorry, I really will. But I won't watch them. Like, the other one, Call Me by Your Name? Like, something about that movie. Like, oh my God. Like, even though, I'm not in the personal life of any of the actors. Don't care. I don't care. I want to freaking escape. Right. And I won't watch. I remember like being so touched and so blown away and so hungry for a moment like that in my life. Like, well, more like the Italian countryside, I was thinking, that I didn't want to watch it again. Like, never again. Don't want to watch it because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want it to be normal. And that happened to me. Like, that's the same thing. Like, I will watch Moonstruck a couple of times because it doesn't take me away as much as it just heartwarms me a little bit. Watching Cher slap Nicolas Cage, pretty amazing. But that's the kind of stuff, you guys. That's the kind of stuff Venus in Cancer will start imbuing us with. And partly because it's going to square Neptune. So it's going to have some of that juice with the movie industry connected to it. But mostly it's going to approach Jupiter. So we're going to get bigger and better and badder with it. We got to just talk about our good luck during the Jupiter time as Venus comes closer to Jupiter in that way. Now, let me check on y'all. Makes sense. I am stuck. It's fear. And yes, crying all the time. I love Sinners. Oh, Denise, that's so sweet. I'm so sorry. I know that's tough. I know things can be tough. The Venus in Gemini makes us understand them or want to understand them. The Venus in Cancer will actually help us move them. I want y'all to remember, Cancer is a cardinal sign. It's an aggressive sign. When Venus gets into Cancer, you will feel supported and going after the things you love. You might hear barking because there's an air conditioner repair person coming and he might be here. I don't know. But you may not hear Javi barking, but he'll go a little crazy for a minute. Cancer is cardinal. It is aggressive. It is the thing that will go after anything that keeps you unsafe. And with Venus there, it'll do it with charm and grace. And it's like, and you'll get what you want. See, Venus will give you what you want. Venus and Gemini, it's sort of like, depending on the mood, depending on the high, the low, it bounces around, it's mutable, it's connecting, it distracts. It's fun though. Cancer, oh my gosh. If you're feeling something, like you need to get over something, you need to not be obsessed, put your energy with Venus here. Trust me. And the reward, because when that cardinal energy starts, cardinal energy wants to start something. It's the beginning of summer for Cancer. It's the beginning of spring for Aries. And so this energy, this cardinal energy in Cancer wants to spring forward and give you Venus. And if you let it, if you aim it, if you intend it, oh my gosh, it is yours. It's really yours. You're going to love this. If you've been hurt, if you've been hurting, if y'all have been not dealing, get a Cancer to get your asses straight. You know, Aries will kick your butt into gear. Libras will kick your butt into gear. Capricorns will kick your butt into gear. Cancers, no different. Each one uses the element that they are best known for, or they rule. Aries uses fire, Capricorn uses earth, Libra uses air. Cancers, water is their power. Jupiter is in Cancer, giving it extra power. So all you have to do is have this intent. You want to feel better? Do y'all want to feel better? Have that intent. When Venus goes into Cancer, it triples. The sun is in Leo. So we're getting this sort of like urge and desire and support in loving a little bit of who we are. I say a little bit of who we are, but love who we are. I just hate the phrase. That's why I add that. Because it's so cliche. But what love who you are means is, do you have the ammunition inside of you to back you up if you're attacking yourself or if somebody's attacking you? Do you have a voice in your head? Did you get your arsenal put together that says, I'm okay, you don't get to talk to me that way, even when you're talking about yourself? If you don't have that, you're going to get a chance to get it put together. And you get to be a good parent putting it together. And you're not lying to yourself. We know we all go through things where we're feeling we're beating ourselves up, and we have sometimes low resources on how to pump that up. But man, you got to get to this place where you have a voice that says, if that voice doesn't do it to you, then connect to God, connect to something that gives that to you. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to living a life that's happy. Cancer will bring that. So no excuses. If you're having a tough time right now, get your arsenal built. And I am sorry you're having a tough time. If any of you are having a tough time, it sucks. Earth sucks. At every moment, there's something that wants to take us down. There's something killing something on every level here. And all we have the ability to get faith. We have the ability to counter some negativity in our heads. You don't get to blame your parents anymore. You don't get to do that. You can do it. It's okay. You can blame Mercury. I'm all about that. Just know what you're doing. Get that L back up. Anytime you make an L, it zooms in. So get charged of this. Now notice I said the moon is going to be hitting Mars. We're going to have this Virgo intensity happen. Now Mars has been in Virgo, so nitpicking has been, dear God, so easy. I mean, so easy. I can pick apart anything. Oh my God, I have to. I've been picking apart everything. I mean, I saw a blade of weed growing between two rocks, whole other yard of grass growing everywhere, but this weed coming up between two rocks. And I was like, I got to, all the rocks, I got to get this. Crazy. I know it's crazy, but it's like, I know that it's also a defense against whatever it is in me that's not feeling completely whole. And there's nothing wrong with not feeling whole. There's nothing wrong with feeling broken. The question I have for you is, do you have a counter for it? It's okay to feel broken. It's okay to feel ugly. It's okay to feel anything you feel. It's okay to have opinions about people that aren't pretty. All that is okay. The question is, do you have an observer knowing that it's you and knowing it's probably a defense mechanism? That kind of pulls you in a little closer and gives you a hug when you need it. That's what you're building. That's what you got to build. That's what Venus is going to help you build. But there's no excuse when you're floundering like that and you're in touch with voices like my own and voices that love you, that are telling you, take a little action for it. Do something differently. Even if you're fighting depression, no matter what it is you're fighting, I get it. It's a hard place to be here. That's why it's like the little nest egg of emotional support you can offer yourself, that little tiny bit will grow like an interest rate. It really will. So when you're having a really tough time, you have a little bit of energy to bring it in, okay, to pull it forward. What I'm saying to pull forward is a voice of love. A voice, not like, I love you, you're perfect. I can't say that to myself. I look in the mirror and go, whoo, Lord, don't say that again. I mean, okay, I get it, but I don't feel bad. It's like, tell the truth to myself. It's like, whatever. I've never been that person, right? I don't have those long eyelashes and beautiful, whatever. I don't have that. But what I did get was that ability to sort of like bring a kindness in. That I found for me. And it's saved me. It's literally saved me. So I'm not afraid of the truth. I'm not afraid to say, what is for me. I get it. I don't have the nicest voice in my head about myself. I know some of y'all don't either. So when somebody on the outside, like, I remember in the old days, I used to say, that joke killed me. That joke was slaying. And the people would be like, don't say that. That's like an affirmation. Like, okay, that's already assuming you're living in a universe that hates you. You have to say your affirmations perfectly because God basically hates you. And if you don't punctuate and say it perfectly, the universe is going to send you something stupid. Like, that's the love we're living in right now. I know most of y'all don't believe that on the surface, but unconsciously, do you? Check it out. That's what we're going to call out, all this stuff with Venus and Cancer. We're going to call it out. And that's what this show's about, reminding us to do. We're going to do it too. Oh my goodness. Let me check on y'all. Renee says she's happy that Venus is going into Cancer because she has Cancer. She's going to be hard to live with. Watch out. Renee got Venus on the ascendant. When I have Venus at my midheaven in Leo, I'd be like, y'all have to love me now. Because I was working the store and I'd come down the stairs going, yeah, y'all have to love me. I really was obnoxious about it. And I was rubbing it in too. Because it felt bulletproof, right? Why not? Use it. Good for you, Renee. Okay, Cancer Sun with Venus in Leo in the 8th. Ooh, Shelly, so you're gonna have Venus run here. It's gonna go on your Sun. It's gonna go on your Venus return. How fun is that? I just had my Venus return 3 days ago. I thought, I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna win. I did win, but it wasn't like the win I thought I was gonna have. But you know what I did have? I had some good self-esteem. It felt just so good to not hate on myself for a minute. It's like, it's easy I see other people get on video. It's like, oh. And it was good to not just like to be like that wasn't there for a minute. It felt good. It's good. That is a victory. That's a victory. When you have Jupiter and Virgo, and I know some of you do, Karen, I think you might. When you have Jupiter and Virgo, you're not going to get away with a whole lot of loving on yourself without, oh, I saw that pimple. I see that zit. I see that spare tire around your belly. Okay, that's funny for me. All right. Ooh, that was good. Arsenal went again. Thank you, Sahar. Yeah, baby, that's it. And Sahar, you give us that in your 3-minute shorts when you do the chart. If you haven't seen Sahar pull a card on the House of Pool, Pull, at YouTube, it's soulful and it's you feel it stirring in you. You feel the stir. And I love that. I just love that. I connect to that. Terry writes out, if y'all haven't seen Terry's thing, and you know what, you guys, for us, would you subscribe and like? And the reason we tell you that is YouTube is telling us to tell y'all that. Because if you subscribe, you're not going to get notified. You have to subscribe and hold it down and get that bell, and the bell will notify you. But because the bell will say, you want to be notified when these things go up? Mine go up every day, so you don't need to be notified on that. But if you want to be, it's fine. But they're telling us, like, please subscribe and like so we can at least get more momentum, because if you do that, then our little messages go further and further and further in the algorithm of YouTube, which, God bless YouTube, I have to say, has been extraordinary. This is a time when we can do this stuff for free. and they're helping us spread the word, and we're not paying for it. It's like, I mean, it's kind of amazing. So you help us out by sharing them, by telling people about us, and our voices get to carry, and then we get to go over to 12listen.com and call an advisor, and these people are live. You get to talk to them. And I just think it just sort of helps our model a lot. So if you help us that way, it means the world. And also, thank you, YouTube. I mean, really, YouTube has banned me like 3 times already. They strike against me. They think I'm just sitting here like this, and I got the slot machine behind me, right? And YouTube is like, we think you're selling stuff illegal to minors. And you got to give them credit. Okay, that's an algorithm. That's an AI doing that. And then you hit appeal, like you press a button, because they haven't punished me yet. They're just saying, we think. And I go, okay, go look. And they go, oh, sorry, we were overzealous. And, they've been fair so far. What can I say? I don't know. I just do it. I'm doing what I do. I know in my heart I'm okay. But they don't know that. So, whatever. So, anyway, let me see how you are doing. Mars is going to conjunct my Pluto tomorrow. Oh, okay. And Sun on Thursday. Okay. Should I warn people? Mars on Pluto. Yeah, Karen, if people don't already got your warning, they don't know you. I wouldn't want Karen coming at me. Ooh, Lord. Yeah, Karen, don't warn people. Just be you. Because I think if anybody now gets in your face, they deserved it. They deserved it. Because you got a mind on you. I love it. And it's sort of like, I know what you can do. I mean, I'm a twin soul in that way, because I feel there's a moment when you're not afraid because knowledge is on your side or something like that. Like, you're right. And it was, you just sort of like it. That can scare people because you're missing out on the protocol. Once Venus goes into Cancer, we'll be walking a little more side to side, being more careful with each other, probably. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly said, everybody hit thumbs up. I love you. That's so sweet. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you guys, Mark, remember God's favorite sign. I know, baby. I didn't say that a whole lot this time because I don't know. I think the Jupiter and Cancer thing, it was almost like, whoo. But I used to say, when I talk about Cancer, I'd say, now this is God's favorite sign. Don't hate me because I'm just the messenger. I didn't make it the favorite sign. And you all took that so well. And you're so sweet. And Lenny tried to steal it and say it was Scorpio. God's favorite sign. But you're gracious and you're kind, and that's really lovely. And we're moving into that. Mars is at 24. Soon Mars will go into Libra. I think we'll get some relief. That's what I think, you guys. Those of you that think Mercury is punishing you, I have to say, I think it's Mars in Virgo, honestly. Have y'all ever been with somebody? I live with Mars in Virgo. Starts with J, ends with N, the middle's on. And I'm telling you, when that Mars in Virgo gets activated, Lord, I'm like, are you cleaning or are you like the demolition party? Because it is like hardcore. And if it gets aimed at you, it's like you ain't gonna win. So shut the hell up. Just shut up. And luckily my Jupiter's there. You should see us when we used to go shopping together, because now I don't leave the boys very often, and we're out in the country, and John loves shopping, so bye, have fun. But every label, let's see what's in this thing, and we're just having a good old time hogging the aisle reading. But I know I hate people who do that because it's very arrogant, but we're not doing it for that. We're doing it because we both are very interested in what's in the bottle because we're looking for a specific thing. But we tend to do that with everything. It's very cute. I'm grateful for that connection because my Jupiter is his Mars, same degree. Yeah. Mars in Virgo, cursed, joined with Pluto. Yeah. Oh, Joanne's in the house. Hey, Joanne. Joanne's playing on YouTube too, you guys. Joanne's insanely gifted clairvoyant. I mean, she's over at 12listen. Mars in Virgo, cursed, joined with Pluto. Okay, yeah. So if you are in that generation of people with Pluto and Virgo, Mars is definitely crossing all that for you all. And Karen is one of them. Joanne's one of them. And let me tell you something. That's power like you ain't never seen. And you don't want to mess with these people because they're seeing stuff you ain't seeing. So, now that I think about it, Karen, maybe y'all do need a little sign you could wear. Beware of Pluto Mars, or AKA beware of me. But yeah, you guys are definitely going through that. It's powerful as heck, because it does take, those two were once ruled by the same sign, right? Scorpio was once Mars was once the ruler of Scorpio until they discovered Pluto. And so now there's two coming together, those two very intense, very powerhouse signs. Now, what that also says, for you guys, is what is it in your life? Like, I see it as a laser beam inside of you. You want to destroy something. Like, you want to not just destroy, let's say transform, the true kind of transformation. Uranus destroys, it just blows it up. Pluto is a laser beam. That stuff is crazy perfectionistic. And then you got it in Virgo anyway. And then you have Mars activating it. You guys, wherever you focus, you will see that you can transform it. Transform it. And turn your mind off when you're doing it. Because if you find something in yourself you just want to transform, just see that laser heating it and blowing it. Liz Green calls it, excuse the dumb term, calcinatio. It's the heating, the alchemical heating so hot that even the right before the ore gets turned into gold, whatever it was so hot. It was so hot. But it's that moment where it's hot. It's like imagine it's 200 Fahrenheit, 200, 200, 200, 200. It just stays there forever. And all of a sudden, boom, it goes to the next level. That's calcinatio. That's the heat. And then the explosion. You laser people, Mars and Pluto, anybody having Mars hit their Pluto, that's what you have the ability to burn through. If you haven't already done it, because most of you got hit already if you have early Pluto there. So good luck with that. It's going to be amazing. Use it for healing. Use it like laser light on surgery. You guys can have fun with that. So this Wednesday, we're going to see the shift of Venus into Cancer. Cancers are going to probably be like, could it be done anymore? And then Mercury on the 31st is combusting with the sun. And I'm going to move the chart forward enough. We have a little bit of time. I'm going to show you that one. Get over here. Where are you? Where's my mouse? Okay, there you are. I have 3 monitors it has to find its way through. So let's see. Day 1. This is the 29th. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, what is it? The 31st. Let me go back here, and then we'll move it by the hour. And then boom, 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 boom. I'm keeping it. I'll show you where it is. I'll magnify it here in just a second. Did I miss it? Wait a minute. Yeah, 9, 9, 9. Okay, I'm watching. 8. There it is. There it is. The 31st at 5 p.m. Check this out. See, 9 and 9. That moment on the 31st at 5 p.m., that's the moment that the Mercury retrograde is no longer sort of, if you're feeling any pain from the past, that's the moment where we shift our direction from the Epimethean cycle, I like to sound smart, to the Promethean cycle, which is the future. And I feel like that moment is the true end of the retrograde. Now, the Mercury will still be moving backwards, but every retrograde has this moment in it. And it's Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific. That's an incredible moment. Now, the Vedic people don't like that moment. They call that a combustible Mercury. So you might, like if you notice that maybe some of you got into a bad fight that day or something, just remember this day because it'll be over soon. But then Mercury moves on a little bit more and then it'll come back. It'll no longer be direct. So it probably, I think most of you all will know when the end of the retrograde is, but I'll tell you, it's over on the 12th, the 11th. Let's see. It's like the ephemeris says the 11th, so that's probably true. Monday the 11th. So it's a long retrograde. Somebody reminded me that it was a longer than normal retrograde. That's only a few days. You're telling somebody who loves them. I truly love them. But this moment here, particularly I love because this is where it does feel like, wow. I don't know. I've made it so it's a psychological shift for me. I'd like to see what you all feel, but that's the 31st. You guys, it's over. We did our show and you got to see me do mute sign language. It was great. You were so patient with me. I appreciate that so much. Okay, let me see if you have any questions. Mars in Virgo, 9-year-old. Oh, it's tough not to take it personally sometimes. I know they don't mean it personally. They just see everything so clearly. I mean, John's a razor. I mean, that man, when he's Mars and Virgo is out, it's like, oh, God. I like always have my phone with me so I can fake a phone call. It's always something to do. I don't care, even at home. The heat. Thanks, Joanne. This is Samira. Date of birth, September 20th, 84. Will I get married this year? Samira, I don't know. I can't run it that quick. But let me tell you something. Did you want to get married this year, girl? Is that what matters to you? Do you have somebody you love? And what are you? You're probably a Libra, 1 degree Libra. I can see why that question is important to you. Pluto is trining that point, so it's a good possibility your life will change, and very powerfully. Good luck with that. Renee, I have Uranus at Leo in 9 degrees of Leo. Thanks for the heads up. I know, I have Uranus in Leo too. And that Mars, it's like good when Mars hits Uranus to be like, stay home, have some fun, watch some TV, pop some popcorn, watch Sinners. Hey, you guys, you rock today. Thank you for the love, for the style, it was just emotionally amazing for me. Let's get going and stay tuned for Psychic Cat, because she's coming up next with Serena producing her. Then there's Lori Love, then Serena. Okay, and then we have a whole week. So visit us at 12listen.com. You are the best. Thank you, Patricia.